Bruce, let's talk a little bit about Silent Hill 2. This is the remake of Silent Hill 2. Bruce, how is it?
And again, I have literally no preconceptions about Silent Hill because I've never played any Silent Hill games.
Okay. Did you understand the story going into this at least? Because it is kind of a little bit of a continuation, somewhat.
I mean, Silent Hill 2, the remake, I never played the original, but the remake does a good job of just establishing it's literally just a guy who's looking for his wife. That's it.
Okay.
And you kind of don't really even need anything that leads you into it.
Okay.
It's just a guy who like shows up to this scary town and it's filled with fog and everyone's like, and he's just like, I'm looking for my wife. And the people he meets along the way, there's only a few of them, are all very weird. The entire thing is weird.
Okay.
And clearly there's something not right. I've only played like 6 or 7 hours of it. And I've not read ahead. I don't know what the plot is. I don't want to know.
Okay, I won't spoil anything then.
Yeah, because I mean, if you want to, you can talk about it. I don't mind. But I've been like theorizing as to like, oh, is this like death? Is James the main character? Is he dead? And he's looking for his wife who's also dead. Are these all these people in purgatory? Is it like Lost, or is this a representation of the fact that they are insane? Like, are all these people in an insane asylum somewhere and they're having a shared hallucination? I don't know, because the monsters that you're fighting in Silent Hill 2, the remake, are like, there's a mannequin that's just made up of legs. There's like these weird sexy zombies that have thongs on and are wearing high heels. There's Pyramid Head, which I have no idea what Pyramid Head represents.
Yeah.
Right. I have no clue. And I really, now my interest is so piqued with this remake. Not only is the remake awesome and like gameplay's fucking rad, and like I'm having a blast even solving the puzzles, which is something for me usually. But the story has me engaged too. So like I have been eating good and on story games recently because of Metaphor and now this. And the ambiance, you're looking at my gameplay, like the ambiance is just next level. Like the shit that you're walking into, like the horrible that you play the first 3 or 4 hours of this game is in an apartment building, and the apartment building is just like, it feels like hell. It just feels like it's like really claustrophobic and nightmarish, and there's just like disgusting shit all over the walls and you don't know why. And so it's like, it's really, really cool. I have been having a blast learning about Silent Hill. So now I kind of don't want to read ahead. Like I said, you could feel free to talk about it if you want. I don't.
No, there's no need. We don't need to dive into the story. The game's been out for so long at this point. The original game, I should say.
But it's just really second to none. It's an amazing video game. The voice acting's fantastic. The writing seems like, I don't know the result of the story, so maybe I will feel differently once it's finished. But so far my interest is peaked, and the mystery is something that I'm like, I want to find out more about it. So
yeah, how's the spook factor of it for you?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
It's there's some good jump scares, and like you get jump scared by enemies a lot. They like a lot of their enemies hilariously will do this thing where, like, again, they're only legs, so their little legs will like run away. So your flashlight will kind of whiz by like, much to what Zeke was talking about earlier, whiz by just a doorway, and you see legs run by, and you're like, what the fuck? And then they'll go and hide behind a post or a doorway, and as you're walking through the level, they're just there to jump scare you and then attack you. And that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. So when it jump scares you, you really do get scared. It's a great way of making you're already sort of off balance and everything feels creepy and weird, but then you get the jump scare. And it's been great. I bought a fog machine specifically for the game because someone was like, because I played it when I first streamed it, someone was like, you should buy a fucking fog machine and then fog out your room when you play. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking great idea. It's Halloween. It's like October. Let's do it. So I've been doing that recently, and it's so much fun to just like have that as more ambiance behind me when I'm playing this game.
Speaking of, have you seen the mods that take away all the fog and make it look like a very nice city to visit?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I haven't seen
I've
that.
heard about that.
I want to say the original game, the reason that it had so much fog was for performance issues. It's so they didn't have to like fully render.
That's right.
The world.
That's
so
right.
it was a performance saving mechanic type deal, or a loading saving mechanic or something like that. Which is kind of wild to think about, but I guess it makes sense of why, why Silent Hill would be so foggy.
Yeah.
This was always for me, like I've never played it. I've seen and I know all the story points and I've seen a decent amount of the actual playthrough. But this was always the one that was like at the tippy top. Like Resident Evil was, the parallel. Konami basically was like, hey, let's make one of those type deals. And whereas like Resident Evil is like, I use the word arcadey, but it's more like actiony. This is like actual horror, like terrifying type shit.
It totally is.
So I steered clear of it. It was always that like, you don't want to play Silent Hill 2 because it's actual really fucking terrifying. And like not campy. It's just real fucked up type shit.
Oh, you're right. That's exactly what it is. Resident Evil is Resident Evil has its, it shares.
It's got its jump scares, but it's fun. It's
but it's fun. Yeah. And this is fun in a completely different way. It's perfect for October and Halloween. It's just absolutely perfect for it.
Yeah. So. Oh, I see your fog machine going down in the video.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. And so, by the way, just so you know, they were asking. They always ask. They're always like, "Isn't fog gonna fuck up your electronics?" No, it's water-based fog. That's the whole point. Is that water-based fog is generally meant okay. Not in large amounts, but okay for electronics and for your body and stuff. So don't worry. It did set off my smoke alarm.
Really? Okay.
It sets up because your smoke alarm can be set off by anything like shower steam or whatever. So I had to disconnect that.
That would honestly, that would scare me more than I have a terrible like irrational fear now of smoke alarms because they've always gone off in the middle of the night, and then we could never get them to shut up, so we had to like call the fucking fire department to come out and like, deal with all this shit. So I fucking hate fire alarms. But yeah, that would terrify me more than the game, especially if the game was tied to your fire alarm now. But anyways,
it's not. That set it off, and I was like, all right, well, never mind. I just got to disconnect it because I don't want to wake up the baby in the house.
Yeah. I think the other big question is like, how does the gameplay of a PlayStation 2 era game, PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1? I forget which one it was, but an old game, right, where you're walking around beating things with a board with some nails in it. PS2 chat saying, where you're beating things with like board with the nail. You have very little actual ammo and all that stuff. Like, does the gameplay hold up? Is it still have the fun factor in 2024?
Oh yeah. And that was one thing I was actually worried about. I was worried about I was just gonna be walking around looking at shit and being like, this is not gonna be any fun. And it really is really fun. I mean, the gameplay has been paced so well. I think so there's a reason Silent Hill 2 is famous. It's because it's paced very, very well in the sense that I never really got bored. There's been a couple of times where I like ran into a puzzle that might have taken a little more thought, so you kind of like had to double back a second. But generally speaking, the pacing is literally perfect. So I have been just having a blast, cutting my way through these weird zombies, the all like zombies and stuff. And also like there are random times that you'll kill something, you'll like hit it with a board over and over or shoot it, and then it'll get back up and attack you again. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like I fucking killed that thing. So it really makes you second guess what you're doing in the game, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been a blast. I can't say enough good about this game.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of people were worried about Bluebird pulling this off, and it seems like they did a good job. I haven't really seen too many complaints from big fans of the game. I know that we were talking about the grifters. I think there was like a little bit of a like review bombing of this for fucking dumb reasons, like that the female character
whatever.
wasn't attractive or some fucking bullshit. It's just
Some dumb stupid
some
bullshit.
dumb
Yeah.
fucking stupid bullshit. Yeah. But apart from that, I haven't like seen too many complaints about it. So,
that's great.
or yeah, they were messing with the Wikipedia article and like trying to pan
yeah.
the game as like a bad
right.
review. That's also what it was. Yeah.
No, it's great.
Um,
It's awesome.
So
Yeah, it's awesome.
seems like a good one for sure. Especially around, Halloween times, spooky times. Seems like a good one for that. Zeke, did you find out if you played Silent Hill 2?
I scoured my shit. I looked at YouTube. I looked at my like Twitch statistics, stuff like that. I can't find it anywhere, but I goddamn remember playing at least one of them, if not two of them.
Okay.
Because I remember walking down the halls and like checking every door, and most of them are locked and stuff like that. I swear to God, I played at least like The Room or this one
Okay.
at some point, but fuck me if I can find it. So
Yeah.
hey, it's a great series, man. Maybe I'll play through it again.
Yeah. It seems like they
didn't
delivered
remake one, did they?
No.
I don't think so.
Only
No.
2, I think. 2 was like two was their big one, right? Like 2 was the one that sold the most. So I think that's why they went with this one
Right,
first.
yeah. 2 is their Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. It's also
Yeah, that's
weird.
right. Exactly.
The other like weird thing about this is like Konami's making games again, I guess, or publishing games,
Yeah.
I guess. So like it's kind of weird. We'll see where the funds that this makes go towards. Because there's this, and then they are remaking
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3.
So Snake Eater? No. It's
Snake
like
Eater, I think it is. Yeah.
Is it Delta Metal Gear Solid
Delta.
3
They're call-
Delta
yeah, they're
Snake Eater fucking
Yeah,
Solid?
they're calling it-
a bullshit name.
Yeah, they're calling it Delta.
Yeah.
And I thought that they were supposed to be releasing.
No, it's
it
Metal
soon,
Gear
actually.
Refantasio.
Exactly. Yeah. I will never play this game. This game looks terrifying.
Oh, it's great. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
I've heard the
It really
audio
is
is like
a blast.
one of the best factors of the game.
The audio. Yeah, you got to play this. Like, I'm glad I played it with headphones because I wouldn't normally do that, but I played it with headphones, and you have to. Like, it's like there are so many different weird things happening behind you and in front of you, and just all over that you don't know what those sounds are, and you never find out what they are. You don't. You just hear random sounds.
I saw someone talking about how they entered into a room and they heard someone like whispering in their right ear or something like that. And then that doesn't happen to everyone. So like there are
I didn't know that.
singular
Really?
experiences or some shit where like it can spark an audio cue, and like that just that's fucking too much for me. That's like I don't want to deal with that shit. I fucking don't want to deal with that shit.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, just random spooks. It's crazy.